Hey guys, I'm out here in the pasture. I just moved into a new section that I hadn't grazed yet this season. You can see, well, I don't know if you can tell, but that's where they've been. Uh, they just finished the second rotation on about 5 acres there, and we grazed up to the second half of the pasture, and then we let it be for another 3 weeks, and then went through our second rotation, and now we've come back to it, and I just put them on the new section yesterday. You can see it's pretty thick. You can see them, the grass and weeds are up to about their stomach. It's about knee deep where I'm at here, and you can see over there, just keeps going for another few acres. It's about, the whole field I think is about roughly 10 acres, maybe a little bit more. And so they're getting all this fresh stuff that hasn't even been grazed yet this season. So it's good for them. They got a lot of there's stuff over here that isn't even over there. There's some vetch. There's more alfalfa. There's some weeds that are palatable for them. These guys will eat just about anything, which actually leads me to the question I wanted to address today was, why do you raise Dexter cows? I get asked that a lot, especially by people that do beef. You know, most beef operations will either do Angus or Herefords. Some of them do Shorthorns, or a combination of all the above. Dexters are obviously smaller than most of your average beef cows, so they're you're going to get a smaller carcass off of them. But the thing about Dexters is they will dress out at a higher meat to bone ratio. So I think you're actually getting more bang for your buck with the smaller cow. Also, considering the fact that when you're doing mob grazing or holistic management, you want an animal that's going to be more efficient on the grass. So you want an animal that's going to consume less feed, so you can increase your stocking rate. So on a field like this, about 10 acres, I can get up to the point where I'm grazing anywhere from 30 to 40 cows on it. Now, if I do stockpiling throughout the year, obviously I'm going to need more pasture, and we've got some in the back that we're sort of banking on being able to do that later on in the season. But with the smaller frame animal, they're much more efficient. You get higher meat to bone ratio on the dress out. These animals are practically bulletproof. Their mothering instincts are phenomenal. I can walk up to any one of these calves and the mothers will let me do it. They will be extremely protective of the animals. If the animals get out, they flip out. If one of the calves, decides to go exploring, they were doing it a little while ago, and the girls, all three of them were flipping out. So they'll actually look out for the calves that aren't even their own. So they sort of work as a team. Because of the fact that Dexters survived in the mountains in Ireland for so many years, they're extremely cold hardy. They can, they'll stand out in the middle of a blizzard when it's below zero. I've seen them do it. They like rough weather. They like the rain. They're heat tolerant. I can't say enough good things about these cows for doing the type of farming that we do. In fact, I'm really surprised that more farmers, especially farmers who are doing holistic management and ranchers, haven't actually given Dexter genetics a serious look. The fact that Dexters have been kind of marketed as sort of a homestead cow, or a lot of people even raise them as pets. I don't think it really does the breed justice. These are animals I feel like should really be looked at from the perspective of animal performance because of the fact that they do so well on grass. Another thing about Dexters is the fact that because they're a smaller frame animal, they have a tendency to fatten up on grass quicker. One of the big debates over grass-fed beef versus grain-fed beef is the fact that a lot of farmers and ranchers who raise their cows on grain will say, oh, well, you can't get the marbling that you get on grain. You can't get marbling with grass, or you don't get as much fat in the animal from grass. I don't believe that's true at all. I think with a smaller frame animal like a Dexter, I think you can get that animal to fatten up on strictly 100% grass in at least 18 months to 24 months. And there are reports, many other farmers are getting the same results with their Dexters. So it's all about getting the right kind of genetics, the right kind of frame for your land, for your grass. And yeah, I love the Dexters. Another thing is there's been some criticism among people who raise Dexters about people bringing in the White Park genetics. There is now a White Dexter Association, and there's a big argument between the people that raise purebred Dexters versus the people that raise the White Dexter. Our bull Bo is 1/16 White Park, and the rest is all purebred Dexter. I actually like having the white coat because I feel like it makes them a little more heat tolerant. And also the White Park is not quite as well known in the US. In England, the White Park is raised a lot more and much more well known. The English nobility used to raise White Park cows as their beef cows, and it was known as some of the best beef that you could get. So I like to think that we're getting some of those quality beef genetics as opposed to just the dual purpose or the dairy genetics blended in with the Dexters. So I got no problem crossing animals. I'm not a purebred Dexter purist. To me, it's all about performance. It's all about the end result and the quality of the animal, health of the animal. An animal that is parasite resistant, that is docile. These animals are ridiculously docile. You've seen the videos with Bo. When I first got Bo, people said, "Oh, you know, that bull will kill you. Bulls will kill." I understand that there is some truth to that, but I mean, Bo's going on 5 years now. And we've never had one instance of any sort of aggressive behavior. So that's what you want. You want animals that are going to be calm and relaxed. You want them to be safe. So yeah. So we're learning, we're growing, and we're growing our herd. So I will be back in a few days with another report, and until then, we'll see you later. Bye.